This is the Mariners Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Seattle Mariners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
That's a special night.
Yeah.
That's a special night from a special team with some special players having some special performances.
Yeah.
Mariners baseball is fun right now, huh?
Yes.
It's pretty dang fun.
Yeah.
Mariners win this one. They officially win the series against the Tampa Bay Rays. They have a chance for the sweep tomorrow afternoon. Win this one 7-4. They have now won 6 in a row and 8 of their last 9 since the trading deadline. We're going to talk about Cal and Julio doing their thing. We're going to talk about some Ichiro because that was a big part of tonight as well.
For sure.
We'll talk a little bit about the pitching because I think there's some conversations to be had. And we'll, of course, have our unsung hero / villain, Anderson Hurst here, Christopher Crawford to my left. This is the Mariners Postcast, where we go live right after every single Mariners baseball game to break down the game that you just watched. And they're fun right now. The Postcasts are definitely fun right now. But Chris Crawford, what are your thoughts?
This was a fun night, right? This would have been a fun night even with a loss, but I will say losing this game would have been as bad of a regular season loss, I think, as since you had that loss in the opener that opened this stadium when you lost that game when Jose Mesa blew the save. This would have stunk. It would have stunk to not win. So I'm super glad that they not only won, they played really good baseball.
Yeah, they did.
You saw a all-time great hype up a team that has 2 guys that could end their careers as all-time greats, right? Like you saw the specialness in a couple of players tonight. You saw also some wacky stuff. The Junior Caminero bat landing in the infield is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my entire life. The odds of that happening are astronomical. You saw JP Crawford have a 17 pitch at bat. You saw your rookie draw, I think 13 walks is what Cole Young ended up with today. Give or take. You saw a baffling decision by your manager, but you also saw the bullpen outside of one pitch look just fantastic tonight too. So this was fun, but it all starts, I know we start with the starter. It all starts with Ichiro tonight, folks. And
yeah, it does. That was before the start. So let's start with Ichiro.
Let's start with Ichiro. And man, that was such a great speech. And, we can criticize the Mariners about a lot of things. Pomp and circumstance is not one of them, right? They handle pomp and circumstance as well as any organization. And that video and that tribute, I teared up a lot listening to those letters being read, right? That was special stuff. It was great to see. Ichiro's suit was immaculate because of course it was. The guy just...
He oozes class, doesn't he?
He is swag personified, right? The fact he's the second coolest ever Seattle Mariner says how cool Ken Griffey Jr. is, right?
Yeah.
That's special stuff, man. Because Ichiro would be the coolest guy for almost every franchise. But I loved the speech. I loved seeing all those guys out there. I love the announcement that we're going to see the statue, and it's pretty easy what that statue is going to be, right?
Yeah,
we're going to see that. For sure. And it should be, right? That is such an awesome thing for a special baseball player who meant a lot to this community at a time where Seattle Mariners baseball sucked out loud, if not for 2 players, right? One of them was sitting behind him today, Felix Hernandez. If not for those 2, it was awful, awful baseball. But Ichiro made it worth watching. And just real quick to close out on that, and I want your thoughts too, of course, Anders, but that speech he gave the team, right? You guys have a chance to do something special here. You guys have a complete roster. You guys have a chance to make this a long, deep run. And you watch the players. I think they took it to heart. I think they absolutely took it to heart. This is not just rah-rah, sis, boom, bah stuff. This is really paying attention to an all-time legend. And by the way, Ichiro also making the joke about having to do 2 speeches in English was absolutely hysterical, as was the Mariners saving the seat for the guy who didn't vote for him. So it was a fun night, man.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, and I want to pick it up where you kind of finished off with his message to the team, because that's what kind of got me. I'm a little on the younger side of baseball fans, I'll say,
Sure.
and of the spectrum. It's there's a lot of older fans, and I think I have yet to really appreciate the traditional kind of throwback parts of baseball.
Mm.
I am someone who likes to live in the present a lot, and I enjoy more what's going on with this team right now than I ever have in my Mariners fandom. I'm 28 years old. But I love how someone who is from a different era, who, can easily just talk about his own accomplishments all night and kind of live in that glory of his own career. Take it to another level and be like, hey guys,
right,
make it special, right? And it's not all about me tonight, because it's about the team. And that's kind of, I think, what personifies what made Ichiro so special, because I think there's a lot of misnomers about his personality. And a lot of people thought that because he did things in a much different way than a lot of other people, that he was selfish. And I think that could not be further from the truth.
No, 100%. I think that's a great point. And I'm not going to say that there weren't times that Ichiro frustrated me. There would be times where he would bunt for a hit with a runner on second base that really frustrated me, because he was the guy who could drive the butt, get the hit that actually scores that run. That was never my favorite, but the guy cared. The guy played hard baseball. He had the work ethic of 20 baseball players, right?
Absolutely.
Like, he is a special person, and it's great that they honored him, and it's great that we'll see 51 again in a year too. So that was, I love what he said about Randy reaching out to him and all that stuff. It's still funny to me, because I know how much Randy Johnson hated that organization for a very long time, but it does speak to how important he is to the franchise. This was really cool.
Yeah, and like someone who just posted up every day, and he was very misunderstood for a long time. I don't think he was underappreciated. I think most of Seattle knew how special he was, and the Mariner fans embraced him. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's such a legend in this town.
No doubt.
But he just he did everything he possibly could to do his job for the team every single day.
No doubt.
And that's something that I think gets lost in a lot of today's game as well.
Yeah.
And so I really, really appreciated that whole speech. He was hilarious too.
Oh, he's so funny.
Yeah. And like, I love how he leaned into him not having amazing English.
Yeah.
But he's like, he can speak it totally fine. Like,
so speaking better than most of us, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking better than I am right now. But it was awesome. I really, really appreciate that whole moment.
Can I give you one real quick funny Ichiro stat? By the way?
Go ahead.
This was how good Ichiro was and how crappy the Mariners were. Ichiro led baseball in intentional walks 3 times. When you are a dink and dunk hitter, let's be honest, he was a dink and dunk hitter. But that's how much people feared Ichiro, right?
Yeah.
That ability to put the ball where it ain't, and the fact that the Mariners lineup behind it stunk. Usually you think of intentional walks, you think of Barry Bonds, you think of those type of guys, but oh my goodness gracious, were the Mariners bad.
Yeah.
But he made them watchable, and that speaks to just how important Ichiro was.
Yeah, and then the team delivered tonight. They held up their end of the bargain, so to speak, because
no doubt.
And I think what you said is perfect. They realized, okay, you know what? A lot of stars are starting to align right now. Whether it's your front office kind of going for it at the trade deadline, whether it's one of your icons getting into the Hall of Fame this year, whether it's your just undisputed clubhouse leader and heartbeat of the team having an MVP type season. There's a lot of things going the way of the Mariners, and we have to take advantage of this. And they have. They've won 8 of their last 9 games. It seems like it's go time. And a lot of the times when we get to August, it's the opposite. And we're seeing that with a lot of other teams in the AL right now, where it's like, it really is the dog days of August, where it's like, all right, geez, we've done this for 3 months now. And it's like, all right, it's not quite playoff push time yet, but this is where you that's why they call it the dog days of August. And the Mariners are anything but at this point in time. And I absolutely love it. So I want to, normally we start with the start in terms of the game. Let's push Logan Evans to a little bit later after the break.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Cal and Julio, man.
Sounds
Because
great.
those are the guys. They're the new, I don't want to say Ichiro because it's completely different players, but it's like they're the ones carrying that baton of carrying the team right now. So Julio with a 2 home run day at home, which is huge for him. And Cal, after his home run last night, does it again tonight. Just seems like when your 2 best players are playing this well, you're a tough team to beat.
Yeah, and it was so great to see early success too, right? Because real quick to get into Logan Evans, he gives up that solo homer, and you kind of think, oh, they may need to score some runs tonight. And Joe Boyle, excuse me, has, awesome.
He's been pretty good this year. Yeah.
He has really good stuff, but number one, his delivery is very hard to watch. And number two, that very hard to watch delivery leads to not such good command, right? So Randy draws that walk. Cal strikes out, but it was a pretty good at bat, I thought. And then Julio just clobbers that baseball. And I thought it was huge to get that lead early to say, okay, we can bash tonight too, right? If you are going to score a bunch of runs, we can go and get those runs too. That was huge. And then Cal Raleigh just breaking this thing open, right? And it was so funny. He hits that home run before a dude is even done with his trident in the dugout.
Yep.
Julio Rodriguez hits that second homer, and that was such a lined shot, right? And that is the type of homer he hasn't hit a lot at T-Mobile Park, right? Like usually they're pretty majestic. A lot of times they're to right center, or they're just like clobbered on top of the roof. We have not seen that line drive type of homer.
113 off the bat, by the way.
Just smoked. I thought for sure it was going foul, right?
Yeah.
In part because that's what the Mariners do now, is they just hit long fly balls that end up going foul. But that was such an awesome start to this game to get up to that 6-1 lead. How I know Julio, by the way, is locked in is that last at bat, he hits that liner to center. I thought, oh, that's a little dinker that's going to go. No, he's hitting the baseball so well right now that he had a line drive to the middle of center field. So it's like, oh, okay, this is that version right now, folks.
Yes.
And it's just awesome to see. It's your superstars, right? And, the worries about Cal Raleigh, I thought, were just so overblown, and that's easy to say after back-to-back homers.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
And but he did have a month stretch where the results weren't really there.
They weren't at that point, right? But like July, he had a 787 OPS, right? That's totally fine.
If that's your worst month, are you kidding me?
For your catcher, he's not going to be a 280, 390, 620 player, which is what he was he was higher than that for a while, right?
Yep.
Not the average part, but like in the OBP and the slugging.
Yep.
He's not that guy because he's not Barry Bonds behind the plate. He's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
He's pretty damn good. And you saw that pop, man. Like that is special stuff. And you were at risk anytime you throw a fastball to that dude of him taking it out to any part of the park. Just a spectacular player.
Did you see the stat that is in his career, that is his first opposite field home run batting left-handed?
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy. It makes sense now that I think about it. Just
he pulls a lot. He pulls
the baseball an awful lot. But and it would make sense that he would have some right-handed instead. That's
yeah. But it's just funny. I was so surprised by that too when I saw that.
That was really fun. That was a really fun offensive game, and they needed it. They needed it, because the offense was pretty bad tonight outside of Big Dumper's homer, right? It was pretty bad.
They scored 7 runs. It's weird to say that.
Yeah. Tonight, I thought they were pretty damn good. Yesterday, not so much outside of one swing of the bat, but tonight was the offense that we looked to see, and it's worth pointing out, Josh Naylor in the lineup, it makes a difference, folks.
We will get to a couple of those moments in just a second. After the break, we'll get to Logan Evans' start. We're kind of not burying the lead because the lead is the offense and Ichiro, which we got to. But we always start with the start. So we'll get to that after this quick timeout. We've all been there, logging on early and waiting forever for concert tickets to go on sale, only to lose your spot for a show you've been dying to see. Live music should be about making memories, not dealing with the stress of ticket shopping, and that's where Gametime comes in.
Gametime makes getting concert tickets faster and easier than ever. Prices actually drop as it gets closer to showtime, and you can save up to 60% off with their killer last-minute deals. You don't want to do all that scrolling, right? You don't want to have to look through all this stuff. It makes it easy. You just go to Zone Deals. You're going to find the tickets that you want. You can even see a panoramic seat view, so you know exactly what you're going to be looking at. Can't really judge, who's going to be sitting in front of you. Hopefully you don't get like a bunch of people that are standing up and ruining the concert for you. That's my ultimate pet peeve, Anders. I'm there to hear those people sing, but Gametime makes it nice and easy for you.
Take the guesswork out of buying concert and show tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. This episode is brought to you by PrizePicks, the daily fantasy platform that lets you turn your football predictions into real rewards. Preseason is already heating up, and college football isn't far behind. It's the perfect time to lock in your season-long more or less picks for the 2025 football season, all before week 1 kicks off.
Can't believe it's already here. Whenever you've got your eye on big-name quarterbacks or breakout running backs, PrizePicks makes it easy to get in the game. It's the ease of use. It's one of the most simple apps that you can use, not just for fantasy, for anything. It just, all of the lineup is just right there. You don't have to do a bunch of scrolling. You don't have to do a bunch of research. All the prices for the players are just right there. Cannot recommend PrizePicks enough.
Download the PrizePicks app today and use code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 play. PrizePicks, run your game. All right, let's start the second half of the show with the start. Welcome back to the Mariners Postcast. Anderson Hurst, Chris Crawford with you. We go live right after every single Mariners baseball game. If you haven't yet, please like the video. We love having you guys hang out with us. And the more that you guys like it, the better the YouTube algorithm likes it, so more people can come hang out with us, and we have a better community. And we have the best community that I've ever been a part of. So let's keep that growing. Excellent job. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Chris Crawford, Logan Evans.
So this is going to be a weird comparison, but I'm ready for it. Logan Evans' start was kind of like a horror movie. And before you go, hey, Chris, it wasn't that bad. You're right. It wasn't like,
no,
I'm not talking about that Logan Evans was so bad that it was scary. What it was, if you watch a good horror movie, it is a lot of tension and buildup, right? Where things happen, but the guy gets away. But you think, oh, he can't get away with doing it that way. He's got to do it a little different way, right?
Yeah.
Well, that kept happening for Logan Evans, right? He just kept getting away with it. And, the fact that he got away with it is great. It is fantastic. He also should have gotten away with just 5 innings, third innings of 1-run baseball, but Dan Wilson made a horrific decision to bring in Caleb Ferguson to face Junior Caminero. But it was due. Like, the ultimate line of 5 1/3 innings of 3-run baseball is totally fair.
Yeah.
I think it's a totally fair line. It's also something I'll sign up for right now. It wouldn't have been something I'd sign up for if you don't have the offense that you didn't have right now, right? Like if you were playing 2024 rules of Seattle Mariner baseball, 5 1/3 of 3-run, I'm not taking that from my starting pitchers. But right now, I'll take it. Right now, there was a little bit of he can't keep getting away with it, right? Like, Tension to Build Up be a sick album title, or it would be a pretty good, like hardcore album, like one of those ones where they only have like 8-second songs, one of those type of album things. I think it would be a pretty good one. I'll take it. But boy, I really hated the decision to go to Caleb Ferguson in that situation. I hated it.
So I actually questioned before that, for me, not bigger issue, but when I saw him go out, when I saw him leave the 5th inning and he got kind of like a standing ovation, I think everyone assumed like, okay, he's done, right?
Yeah.
You kind of got, I don't want to say lucky, but you got away with it, as you were saying. All the loud contact that he had been giving up, five innings, 1 run from Logan Evans, you will take that every single day.
Sure.
But then he goes out for the 6th, and you tried to, I think you bit off more than you could chew. What's the, I don't know the phrase I'm trying to think
You
of.
just pushed it too far, right?
Yeah,
It is like when you are trying to get home on a, like you got the low fuel thing that's been showing for a long time.
Exactly.
Every once in a while, he run out of gas, right? And he literally and figuratively ran out of gas here. I think it's a great call. He should have been 5 and dive there. Of the thing for me too was the walks, right? Like it wasn't just hard contact. It was the fact that he was falling behind and missing by quite a bit.
Yeah,
I will say he did a really nice job of getting that backdoor pitch in on the inside corner today.
Yeah,
that was really encouraging to see. If he can land that more, I think he's got a chance to be more than just a back end starter. But
yeah,
I just hate, and look, Goldsmith brought up that Junior Caminero has been worse against left-handed pitchers than right-handed pitchers. It's not that big a difference. He slugged 484 coming into the day against lefties, right? And all due respect to Caleb Ferguson, he's not that guy. He's not that guy who's going to get out. That's more compliment to Junior Caminero too, right? Junior Caminero is a special baseball player.
He's really good.
I just don't understand why you're risking it with that in that situation.
So my question to you, so you have splits for both the hitter and the pitcher, right? You have hitter better or worse versus righties or lefty pitchers. And then you have pitcher splits where they're better or worse versus lefty or righty hitters.
Right.
Which one do you look at more?
It depends on the degree of the split and how big of the difference is, right?
Okay.
Like if Junior Caminero was just atrocious against left-handed pitching, like that, and there are some right-handers who really struggle against lefties because they can't hit a changeup, that could be something. Then I get it right there. But I think Caleb Ferguson's OPS against righties coming into tonight was something like 750. And Junior Caminero's OPS against lefties was like 784, something along those lines. Well, that's not advantage Mariners either way, right? It's just not. Nope. It is advantage Mariners, I guess, that you're not having a right-hander because he is better against right-handed pitching right now. But it's not enough to suggest that that's a good decision, right?
So who would you want to?
I probably would have gone to Bizzardo in that situation.
Okay.
And by the way, Bizzardo was terrific tonight. Awesome. Thought about him as my unsung hero, but I've got one. I think that it has to go there. You know what? I'll just give it to you right now.
Yeah, do it. Unsung hero.
My unsung hero is Eugenio Suarez for the play he makes on
damn it! You stole it from me. I thought you were going Josh Naylor, and I was about to take the Eugenio Suarez.
Well, I was saving you Cole Young because of the fact.
I'll take that. I was going to take that one too. That's going to be my backup.
That play was huge, right?
Yes.
It's a 2-run game. You make that play, and a just howitzer of a throw to first base to get that out. That was a massive out. I want to see Gino swing the bat better. No question about it. This has been fairly ugly, if we're just being completely honest.
Hasn't been good.
It has not been great, but he made a play with his glove, a big play with his glove. But real quick, back to my point, I'm not really worried about a right-hander pitching to that dude, right? It's not like that guy has like massive power or anything along those lines. And Caleb Ferguson did a nice job with the next 2 batters that he faced. So that was nice to see. But that play by Gino, man, that was a old school Gino play that I really, really enjoyed.
Well, and I think what you said about the bat's perfect. Like you would like him to mash, right? He has hit 1 home run since coming to Seattle, and I think he only has like 3 or 4 hits or something like that. Has not been great. But I think maybe you're getting less from the bat than you expected from him. I think you're getting more with the glove than you expected from him. I think his defense has been perfectly fine, if not
been
good.
Very good. It's been very good. Yeah, it passes the eye test anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't have the range that Ben Williamson has, and I understand that Ben Williamson has elite range at third base. But if you are going to pick one thing for a third baseman to have really good, it's going to be the arm strength for me. And that's what Gino has. So I think he makes up for it with how strong of an arm he has, and that he showed it against a really fast runner, by the way, Chandler Simpson. So
he can fly.
Yeah. And that was a great play. Like, so if you're getting this, and then we've talked about it many times before, he's a very streaky hitter. Like, he's going to go through these ups and downs. He's going to have a 2-week stretch where he hits 4 home runs. Like, it's just what he does. But if you're just getting this consistent above average to good third base defense out of him, and then he's going to go on his ups and downs, I will take that every single day of the week. My unsung hero.
That was a great play too, by the way, real quick. Cal catching.
Yeah.
That was an absolute dart. Cal is throwing. By the way, this has happened the last few years with the Mariners where they don't seem to care about holding on runners until about the middle of July. But lately, they've done a much better job with it, and Cal is just throwing seeds now.
It's funny because you know what I thought about when Cal made that throw? It was his homage to Ichiro.
It was. There you go. Something from Star Wars for sure.
Yeah, right.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Because it was a bullet. Yeah. I got to go Cole Young for mine. 0 for 0, 4 walks from your 21-year-old 9-hole hitter.
Yeah.
God, I love it. And Luke Arkins, love the guy. He's been advocating for Cole Young to possibly be moved up to the leadoff spot, just considering how much he's getting on base right now. I don't hate the idea, but I think the 9 hole's perfect for him, to be honest. I think it's so perfect for him. He's kind of a pseudo leadoff hitter that kind of gets things reset before the top of the order. It's just there's so many good parts of your lineup that are working right now. I'll throw out Josh Naylor too. That play at first base.
Oh, so good. His shoulder's fine, by the way.
Yeah. It looks like it's okay.
Yeah.
So that's good. He has 2 doubles tonight as well. Like, he's putting the Mariners in a tough spot. They might have to extend him earlier than later, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah. I think they've got to try, but I've been told by quite a few people that guy really wants to test for free agency, and good for him. He has every right to do so. But he has to like how he's played in Seattle, right? Like, the uniform colors have matched him well. Like, he hasn't he's hit well in Safeco. I'm just going to call it tonight's a good night to call it Safeco.
Sure. Because
yes, absolutely. Heck, even Rick Riz said that it was Safeco for a second there, but he's been fantastic. The whole lineup tonight, outside of, man, I'm a little worried about Jorge Polanco hitting from the right side a little bit. Like, those at-bats were not very great. But it's nitpicking, right? It's nitpicking. There were so many good at-bats tonight from so many key players. And by the way, just don't touch the order. No. Don't touch it, man. It's silly. It's absolutely silly to suggest anything but going with what they're doing, because it's working and people feel comfortable. It's pretty clear they feel comfortable where they are, and that matters more than WRC plus. That matters more than expected WOBA. That matters more than anything. Creatures of comfort, right? As long as they are not STBing, they should be left where they are and just shut up.
And like, I'm open to if something happens where they aren't hitting and it's not working, great. You can fiddle around with it, figure it out. But while it's working, you stick with it, right? And I love that. I was about to put that comment up as well. So Robles, yes, I know for sure. Miller, yes, I know for sure. I don't know about Ryan Bliss.
Yes, he would be absolutely. As long as you were
on the 40-man.
As long as you were part of the 40-man, because Robles isn't on the 40-man either right now. Like, he's on the 60.
I think he is. If you look at the website.
It's because Robles and Bliss are both on the 60-day injured list. Because you're on the 60-day injured list, but as long as you were on the 40-man roster before that, they absolutely can play. Santos as well. And honestly, guys who aren't on the 40-man roster, they can be added to the postseason later. It's just, you got to fake an injury, or there has to be a real injury. It's very easy to do. Teams get away with it all the time, but that's a great question.
Yeah. Mariners win this one 7-4. Take the series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Have a chance for another sweep tomorrow. Vibes are good. I'm just going to keep saying it until they change. Right. Vibes are good right now. Let's keep it rolling. Lots of good plays up and down the lineup. You get 2 hits from Randy. Cal and Julio both homer. 2 hits from Naylor. Cole Young with 4 walks. Good pitching. Just keep it rolling, guys. The Mariners are playing really good baseball right now. I can't find a team in the American League that is playing as good a baseball as the
No,
Mariners right
there's not. And by the way, great night for your Seattle Mariners tonight. Thank you to the New York Yankees. It just threw up a little bit there, but it's a half a game, folks. It's a half a game. Also, the Padres help you out because the Boston Red Sox.
They walk them off.
God,
Let's go.
I want to win this division so freaking bad, but hosting the wild card compared to not being in the hosting wild card position is massive. You have to win the division or you have to be wild card one. Yep. Anything else is going to be a regular season failure. Let's see what happens after that for sure. But I want multiple home games in Seattle, Washington in the year of our Lord 2025. I don't think I'm asking for too much either. Nope. Win the division for sure. But if for some reason Houston goes on some sort of roll or the Seattle Mariners have something bad,
make them come through here.
Yeah, absolutely. Make them come through here. Even if it's just a round of wild card play, win that series, play those games at home, and then go into the LDS with some momentum. So got to do one of the two. You either have to win the division or you got to be wild card one, or I will consider this regular season a disappointment.
Completely agree with you. By the way, little quick, not Mariners related, but Ramon Laureano is the one who walks off the Boston Red Sox for the Padres. Supposedly he got the bunt sign in extra innings, and he doesn't know the signs yet. So he just hit the ball, and it happens to be the walk-off hit. So thank you, Padres, for not teaching your new signings. You had so many of them, all the signs. So well done. Well done.
I wanted Ramon Laureano to play for the Mariners, so I'm glad
he's going to help him. But we'll take it at this point. If he's hurting other rivals and playing for an NL team, I'll take that all day. Mariners win this one. Let's do it again tomorrow. 1:10 first pitch, I believe. We will be with you guys right after it, as usual. Thank you guys for so much for hanging out with us. Please like the video if you haven't. It does us a huge favor. And if you missed any part of today's show, you can, of course, you can rewind the video if you want now, or if you're kind of on the go, make sure to catch it on the podcast platforms anytime. Or anywhere you get your podcasts, I should say. Any last word from Mr. Christopher Crawford?
Thank you, Ichi. So beautiful.